Well, hello everybody. Good afternoon. A little bit of technical difficulties this morning. Sorry about that. Fred was working and his internet just crashed, so I jumped on real quick to make this happen here. But it's gonna be a quick show. We're gonna do our pick of the day. Uh, my name is John Constant, and Fred York is my partner, and he is texting me as we speak. So. Um, we'll get right to it. Before we do, thanks to our sponsors. This is the BRISnet pick of the day for Wednesday. Fred has one at Tampa. I have one I'm going to look at Tampa. And then a small little pick three later tonight after dinner at the beginning of the Turfway card. So go through that. But BRISnet pick of the day. And thanks to our sponsors at BRISnet and also Case's Pork Roll and the vape shop on Route 33. Been with us from the start. Thank you for that. Let me see here the banners. I think Fred had the banners ready to go. Bros, add to the. I think we got them. I think we got them, folks. Technical difficulties and all, he plows through just like he did with the snowstorm.
Yeah, that's a very funny joke, John.
Yep. All right, we made
Well,
it. So
we made it. I
I just
apologize. I upgraded my internet service. Apparently, I need to go back to the drawing board and update again. But hey, this is something new. We tried the phone, see how it goes. And maybe
yep.
it'll be our
And
look. If these races win with being on the phone, we'll stick with the phone.
I think we only do the phone if that works for sure. So
Oh
let's
man.
see. Turfway Park. There's my picks there. And then Fred, if you want to I just thanked our sponsors, the BRISnet pick of the day today, and then Case's Pork Roll in the vape shop. So now we want to get right to it. And if you want to start off while you
My
have a
phone's
little bit of
going out.
connection, you're freezing a little bit, but
That's okay.
give it gi-
Freezing's okay. We're used to freezing. It's
we're
good
freezing
freezing.
cold. Yeah. Let's see. I put yours up there
Sorry,
right now. So if you want to try to get that in.
let me talk a little about this. The number 10, Naughty Favors, a mile and 16th on turf at Tampa Bay. Um, I'm going with a speed horse. I know it's it's a little nuts, but I looked at this race pretty difficult, but pretty hard, pretty deep. The number 4 horse being ridden by Daniel Centeno. Hate to not pick him because he's obviously big time jockey down there in Tampa Bay. No doubt about that. I just think this horse doesn't have enough speed in the race to close into. Danny Centeno, big time jockey, knows how to ride this horse, has ridden this horse the last 5 times. Second, first, fifth, third, first. Runs okay. I just don't think there's enough speed in the race, and the distance doesn't really suit this race. He needs more like a mile and an eighth or a mile and a quarter, more so than a mile and 16th on the turf. Coming out of shoot. Now, the other horse that everybody's going to probably go with, and I can't blame me on that horse, is number 8, Alcohol. Great name.
Great name for a horse.
I'm sure that horse gets a lot of action just because of the name, rightfully so. Anyway, so Sam Marin's on that horse, obviously. Also, another horse I think that needs a pace setup to help that horse win. The number 10, Naughty Favors. Io Rodriguez on him. Only been on turf twice out of 22 races in his lifetime. I think the distance fits right up this horse's alley. He's only raced at this distance one time, or actually never raced this distance before. At this level, especially at this level, he raced a mile and an eighth at a $32,000 allowance race. That was a little bit too much for him. So, also interesting, the trainer, Kevin Rice, is the nephew of Linda Rice, who we all know from Northeast training up in Aqueduct and Belmont and Saratoga, etc. Tremendous, tremendous trainer. Making his own way down there, I think. He's not a bad trainer. Recently claimed and being taken over the training. Had him on a sprint, a dirt sprint. Came in second out of 8 horses with Sammy Marin on. Didn't run bad. That's not his style. I think this horse is, first of all, he's the lone BRISnet speed, lone E5, highest U.S. pace for him. Again, I don't like the 10 hole, but I see this horse as the fastest horse in the race, 6-1. That's my pick, John, and I'm sticking with it.
Actually, I gave that race a look, and that was my pick in that race. And it was one of my three that would have been my pick of the day today. So uh, I don't know.
Okay,
We both kind of zoomed in on that one. So we'll
that's
see if
maybe. Let's see how that
everything you
works
said
out.
is true. Gets
Yeah,
out to the lead, controls the pace, and don't let those closers, get there. So hopefully the turf course is kind to the speed that we're hoping for.
yes, sir.
All
What do you
right.
got, John?
My other pick, I went through the card, and that was one of them. But the pick I came up with, I thought the price was going to be right, was race number 6. We'll change it here. Yep, number 7, Zatara. Uh, I just think the value is there. There's a couple scratches in this rate. Well, actually, one scratch was the second choice. But the two favorites everybody's going to key on is the one XY Prime and Digital Ops, who was classy, but really, hasn't run a good one, in the last two or three. So we'll see if he could regain that form. Hoping not yet. And XY Prime was talked about in the racing forum today as a
He's
great
always
spot
talked
for that
about.
horse.
Yeah, that horse
Um,
is always talked about. And you know who loves that horse, John? Larry Comas. That's Larry Comas's pick. That's all I heard. That's all Larry Comas talks about that horse all the time. Loves X-Wiper. A good horse, no doubt. But I agree with you.
Yep. Last time he ran in a 50 claimer, he won that race, moved him up to allowance. But the horse I keyed in on, number 7, Zatara, has been mainly running those optional claimers, optional allowance races. Hasn't really been in a claimer yet since, all the way back in the spring of last year. So it looks like he had better company. And at 8-1, trying to, get a jump on those two favorites. He'll be forwardly placed, and I think the price is right to try to split or at least beat those favorites. We'll see what happens there. So my
I
pick of the
like
day,
that.
race 6, Tampa Bay, number 7, Zatara.
Yep.
And
Eight to
then
one. Nice price. Nice price.
yeah, that's why I was just looking for the price. And I think your 10 will be somewhere like in morning line, like 3-1, 4-1 odds. So let's get him turning for home with the lead. And then I also looked at Turfway later tonight after dinner, and I liked a couple horses early in the card. So I'm trying to find some value. They're both 4-1. Both if they stay around those odds, I'd make win bets on them. But I thought a little clever small pick three, singling those two 4-1
Sure.
shots back to back, and then I could almost single in the next race, but trying to hit a cold pick three is very tough. And I just figured that's a race to spread and maybe go three deep to try to catch something there. So
Absolutely. That's a nice ticket. I like
basically
it.
it was the 3-3 double in the second and third race, and then my top pick is the 5, the morning line favorite. But I also thought the 4 and 11 at prices could get in there. So small little pick three starting in race 2 at Turfway, 3 with the 4, 5, 11. Small little
Okay.
$15 investment.
This is what we do, John. Um, Let them run on Monday, Wednesdays. We're giving our BRISnet pick of the day, play of the day. We'll watch these and then hope that we can get high. And if we do, I'll never do another podcast from my computer, only from the phone. Maybe
We
I'll
got to
get a
find
better
something that
phone.
works.
Maybe I'll get it. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
close the
listen,
other day. Recapping Monday.
yeah,
My single. I thought the 4.5 furlong turn back would have
yeah,
been right up his alley, but it was just a little too sharp for him. He never got involved in the race. Came running late, but the race was over, and he needs 5 or 5.5. That four and a
yeah.
half was like those Los Alamitos, little sprints. So
I watched the race. Yeah, it's crazy. 4.5
just too
furlongs. Yeah.
sharp, and I thought the turn back was good, but turned back too far. So next time you'll find him in a 5 or 5.5, and that'll hit him between the eyes. But
Yeah.
for now, that was the only one that cost me in that pick 5 sequence. Some
Yep.
prices around it paid over $1,000, which
Did
I
it
was hoping
really?
it would pay a couple hundred, and it paid over 1,000 if I could have just
Oh my
got
God.
past that leg.
Well, listen, we put these out there. People look at them, check them out, play them, see if you'd like to add something yourself to it. That's fine. Um, you know, our picks are, we're going to do them again every Monday and Wednesday at 2 o'clock. John and I will be back on Friday for our 3 p.m. happy hour, John, where we're going to break down, I believe we said we're going to break down the couple of Derby prep races that are coming up on Saturday, the Gotham at Aqueduct and the Fountain of Youth at Gulfstream Park. And interestingly enough, on Sunday, do they always run that race on Sunday?
I don't know because like
Rebel,
that's not a bad move because everybody's eyes will be on the Rebel. It's $1 million race, so everybody
sure.
will be looking at that Sunday. There's no football to deal with,
No,
no other
no,
big races like the Fountain of Youth card, which is one of the highlights of the year. And I know Gus Alonso, who's been on our show before, that's his favorite day of the year next to Derby Day. I mean, so
good for
Fountain of Youth
him.
Day has loaded card at Gulfstream, so we'll definitely be deep diving into that pick six late in the card on Saturday.
And there's two marathon races, which I love, mile and 3/8, two marathon races where chaos can ensue a lot of times. Um, Also, I think the Devona Dale, the Kentucky Oaks prep races in that pick six as well. I believe, John. So you got some nice races to pick from, and there could be some value there. I'll be interested to check out Gus's picks, see what his thoughts are for sure. I'm sure on Saturday he's going to be very busy there. Hey, maybe if we could sneak him on here on Friday for a half hour, 20 minutes, something like that, that wouldn't be bad.
Yeah,
But
we'll talk to Gus and see if we can get him on. I know it's his favorite day of the year, so he might
yeah,
have slotted time on his calendar to focus on that. And if he did, and he has no family obligations, maybe we'll get him on Saturday to go through that late pick six. Would
yeah,
love
yeah.
that.
If he's
Friday I know he
available,
works, so that'll be kind of tough. But
tough for
uh,
Friday, but Saturday, if he can get on when he's all squared away, get him on. That'd be awesome to have him join us and talk about those races from Gulfstream with his
yes,
background and the fact that that is his favorite race day, second to the Kentucky Derby. So, okay. So if you check us out again, apologize for the delay, John. Thanks for bearing with me and helping me get through this. Um, Also, we got Friday, 3 p.m. We'll be ready to go. I'm going to get some internet guru over here to figure out what the heck is going on here because it's making me nuts. And if I'm nuts, that's not good. I don't want to be nuts. I got to calm down. So anyway, all right, John. Listen, as we always say, bet smart, cheer hard. Fast horses equal some serious fun. I hope that number 10 is a fast horse. I know he's a fast horse. I hope he gets the lead and wins. And like we always say, hey, John, just let him run, brother.
let him run. Good luck, everybody today. Have fun.
Thanks, John.